Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening, everyone. My name is Muhammad Eka Saputra. I am from the System Informasi Study Program at Universitas Bina Sarana Informatika. In this video, I will explain two topics inside the computer and computer. I hope this presentation will be information and easy to understand. Let's get started. This is presentation is still inside the computer and computer. I will cover the definition of a computer, its types, and the key components fall inside it. Here is the agenda for today's presentation. We will discuss five main topics. First, what is a computer? Second, the type of computer. Third, what is in the computer? Four, of components work together. And five, the console system. So, what exactly is a computer? A computer is an electronic device that processes data based on a set of interaction. Also known as program, it can accept input, store data, process information, and process output. A computer has three main functions. First, input. The computer receives data from the user device such as keyboard, mouse, or microphone. Second, processor. The CPU processes the interaction and performance calculation. 3. Output. The computer delivers the result through a monitor, speaker, or printer. Now, let's talk about the types of computer. Three are four common types. First, the desktop computer. This is a full-size computer designed to be used on a desk. It has several monitor, keyboard, and mouse needed for tasks high performance. Second, the laptop computer. A laptop is portable computer with a built-in screen, keyboard, and battery. Is is it is ideal for people who need to work on the go. 3. The server is high performance computer the provided service, data, and resources to a computer over a network. 4. The embedded computer is specialized computer built inside another device such as smart TV, an ATM machine, or a car. Its performance division and specific function. Now we move now we move on to our main topic. Is it had inside what is inside a computer? Every computer has six key internal components. First, the motherboard is the main circuit board that connects all components together. Second, the CPU, also known as the central processing unit. It is often called the brain of the computer. Third, RAM, which stands for random access memory. It is temporary storage data is currently being used. Fourth, the hard drive or SSD. This is the permanent storage for all your data and programs. Fifth, the power supply unit. It's converted electricity into power that the computer needs to run. And six, the GPU or graphic processing unit, which is responsible for rendering image on your screen. Let's take a closer look at the CPU. The CPU is the primary component responsible for executing instructions and processing data. It is the brain of the computer. Inside the CPU, three are several operating parts. First, the control unit or SU is the receive all the operating inside the processor. Second, the ALU or arithmetic logic unit. It performs all mathematical and logical operations such as addition, subtraction, and comparison. Three, cache memory. This is ultra-fast memory inside the CPU that stores broken outside data so the processor can access it quickly. For register. These are tiny memory cells directly inside the CPU, used to store data that is being processed at that moment. And fifth, the clock. It controls the speed of the CPU, much GT or GHz. Next, let's compare RAM and storage. RAM or random access memory is temporary memory. It stores data is constantly in use. It is very fast, but when the computer is turned off, all data RAM is lost. RAM is actually massively is in gigabytes. For example, 18 gigabyte for 16 gigabyte. On the other hand, HDD and SD are permanent storage. They keep your data even after the computer is turned and and SSD is faster than NDD. Storage capacity in gigabyte or terabytes. For assembly, 5, 500 or 1 terabyte. In simple terms, RAM is like your desk. Where you put this, your are controlling working on storage in your cabinet, where you keep everything permanently. Now let's say about the motherboard. The motherboard is the main printer circuit board that connect all components in a computer. It provided the electrical connecting and capacity for data to travel between the CPU, RAM, RAM storage, and other prepared handlers. The motherboard contains several important parts. CPU socket, the slot where its processor is installed. RAM slot, this hold the memory modules. Visual slot, expansion slots for the GPU and other cards. SATA ports used to connect hard drive and SSD. Use chip firmware the internal hardware when the computer start up. USB header connect to USB port on the front panel of the computer case. So, how do all these components work together? Let me explain the data flow 5 steps. Step 1, input. The user types something on the keyboard. Step 2, CPU fetch. The CPU retrieves data from RAM. Step 3, process. The ALU perform the necessary operation. Step 4, store the result fed back to RAM or storage. Step 5, output the final result independently on the screen. This is processed in now as the fed decode executable. The CPU constantly feeds instruction for RAM. This coded but in mains and the execute in this cycle repeat billion of times every single score, which is why CPU speed is megahertz. Before and finish, let me summarize the key point of the presentation. First, a computer is an electronic device that input, process, storage, and output data. Second, computer command come in many forms, including desktop, laptop, server, and embedded system. Treat asset every computer. They are key components as the CPU, RAM, storage, GPU, and motherboard. Fourth, the CPU is the brain of the computer, executing billions of threads they could execute cycle per second. 5. RAM provides fast temporary storage, while HDD and SSD store data permanently. And 6. All components are connected through the motherboard and work together as one complete system. That is all from my presentation today. I hope this video been helpful and easy to understand. If there are any mistake in my explanation, I certainly appreciate. Thank you so much for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.